The atom is the tiniest particle in nature to retain some physical and understandable characteristics, before, of course, the descent into the maddening and obscure field of subatomic physics, where dwell such esoteric particles as quarks and leptons. It is difficult to comprehend, then, how such a powerful and destructive force can be concealed within the atom's nucleus. That same force which is harnessed within a nuclear warhead, prepared to devastate anything at all that it is caught within its blast. Nuclear weapons and the threat they pose attract proponents and detractors easily, not the least of which is the Catholic Church. The Church's position on the use of atomic bombs immediately following the Second World War was muddled at best, especially in America. The major point in their favor being the forced capitulation of Japan to the Allies and the end of the war. Many American Catholic lay members celebrated the end of the war without considering the long-term effects of nuclear weapons. Some ordained Catholic theologians, however, denounced the use of the atomic bomb, a sentiment that was echoed by the Vatican when their newspaper published an editorial condemning the actions of President Harry Truman. Pope Pius XII had even cautioned against nuclear weapons as early as 1943, but recanted on much of his stance during the post-war period. As the world began to settle into the Cold War era, however, Pius XII advocated a doctrine of deterrence in relation to nuclear weapons, a stance that was influenced by his staunch opposition to the communist ideology. Pius XII was succeeded by Pope John XXIII, who adopted a more critical position when in his 1963 encyclical, Peace on Earth, he stated very simply that nuclear weapons must be banned. This statement was reiterated at the Second Vatican Council, and this position has been taken by every subsequent pope up to and including Pope Francis, who visited Hiroshima under a year ago and made an impassioned speech against the use of atomic energy in war. The Catholic position on nuclear weapons has been clear for a long time. The use of atomic bombs and other equivalent weapons is immoral, unjustifiable, and worthy of utter condemnation. To be clear, nuclear physics as a general field of study is an avenue to greater happiness and should be allowed to continue. The Church also believes that the vast amount of funds required to maintain a nuclear arsenal is better spent in other areas for the social good. To this end, many groups and movements have coalesced around and within the Catholic Church, like the Plowshare movement, which takes more direct action against nuclear weaponry. Disregarding all else, however, it is the imperative of every Catholic in the world today to take a stand against the continued existence of devices which are easily capable of wiping humanity off the face of the earth.